So it would appear that our boy, Mr. Jimothy Beastman, has made his way to Hollywood. And I say Hollywood because there's something missing, you know? It would appear that despite the fact that he has earned riches with his cinematic features on YouTube, that he has earned millions of eyes on pretty much everything he does, it would appear that he has still yet to earn the respect of those that he would consider his peers. It would seem that apparently our boy, Mr. Beast, no matter how hard he tries, after the recent revelation that many of his hiring practices are actually quite corrupt, as are many of the people that he allows into his inner circle, it would appear that nobody likes him anymore. And it seems that that is having a greater impact on him and his new show than he would like us to believe. Now, our boy, More Pegasus, has made a video about it, and I am quite curious to see what the Mushroom Man has to say about the Beast Man. Let's watch.
Okay, so we got a lot of news today. Apparently, Logan Paul has put some of my videos in his new thumbnail, so I guess we gotta check that out.
I mean, to be fair, I think all of I actually would have thought that all of these were More Pegasus videos.
Mr. Beast has released his new Amazon series, Beast Games, and the reviews are very split to say.
Ooh, today's content, all these fake 5 stars feels like botted comments, then show some of those. Feels like watching a 2x speed video, no time to connect with the players, hard to support or care about any player team. Yeah, because it's made for kids.
The least. Marcus Brownlee has addressed a lot of the controversy in his 2024 recap video. If you didn't know, he made a bunch of bad decisions like an expensive wallpaper app, reckless driving like 96 in a school zone, and then there were some additional cases of just super reckless speeding. Cody Ko has also responded to the drama, sorta. He had some controversy regarding Tanamangu. So yeah, let's just go through everything one by one, see what's happening on the internet, starting with Logan's new video.
I was under the impression this was going to be a Mr. Beast video, Mr. Pegasus, sir. It would appear that this is not just Mr. Beast. You're telling me about every piece of shit on the internet. Carry on.
This year broke me. And if you're an avid Pegasus viewer, you might count a couple of my thumbnails. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Okay, so
only 4. Yeah, I was like, I'm not a More Pegasus avid viewer, but I was under the impression that all of those were your thumbnails. Fair enough.
We're majority of this thumbnail, essentially. So first impressions on the video without watching it, it feels like it's going to be a sob story, right?
Obviously,
this year broke me. All these people calling me out for the things I've done. So let's check it out.
2024, the year of more. Oh my God. There's been more.
I'm not going to lie. As much as you want to hate on Logan Paul, he is a champion when it comes to the WWE. He is so good at it. So good. It's a talent that he has. He's a really good entertainer. Like, if he would just stop doing the crypto shit, like just stop scamming your audience, stop doing the piece of shit stuff, he could be so good. He could be a generational hero. Words.
More business.
The first ever center ring sponsor.
More unforgettable moments.
Good job! Absolutely.
Like that is an amazing jump. Also, Speed getting pitted on by Randy Orton. Beautiful. Oh, and the thing with Trump, yeah, Trump did a lot of shit with a lot of YouTubers.
Importantly, more Pauls. The haters are
He
fuming.
had kids. He had kids. It's a really good, you know. It's a wonderful thing. I wish him and his family all the best, so long as he's not scamming people.
Okay, so it's a video of him like showing off what he did in 2024.
Obviously,
it's not a
yeah.
sob story
Did you expect it to be?
at all. So why is it titled
Shouldn't have.
"This Year Broke Me"? What the?
Probably so you'll click on it. Same reason why you only put Mr. Beast in your title instead of saying all these YouTubers are getting destroyed by the internet. You said Mr. Beast's new show is getting destroyed by the internet.
The heck. Okay, so he talks about becoming dad, talks about his family. Honestly, that's cool and all, whatever. Hopefully being a dad changes him for the better.
Put on a damn shirt. Why do you got your baby buried in your titties, man? That's just weird. That's weird.
Because, you know,
I
he
don't know,
was a
man.
bit of a sociopath, in my opinion. Hopefully family can possibly mellow him out. Then he pretends to like Jake Paul.
What do you mean that's his brother? What do you mean pretends? Bro.
When I swear he was just trashing him like last video.
I mean, I think he just wants his. I think that there's a lot of ego there, and he wants to establish to his audience that he is the cooler brother of the two. And I think that is the issue, right? I think there's ego involved, and when there's ego involved, especially amongst family, there's always going to be drama.
To say, I am so proud of this little family that we've started, and actually just my family in general, specifically my little brother Jake, because my God, that guy is rich and famous as
That's what you're talking about. Talk about something else. Don't talk about just him being rich and famous. Those aren't qualities. Those are just things. That's not something to be proud of. Something to be proud of is him working really hard and accomplishing his goals. Like rich and famous. Really? Rancid vibes.
My brother is absolutely killing it. He just
Bro changes his mind every alternate video. One video he loves Jake, the other video he absolutely hates him. I don't know what the hell.
I don't think that's ever the case. I think they're just competitive with each other, and so sometimes it comes off as him hating him, which I don't think he does.
Going on. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Logan video without talking about Prime and Lunchly.
And we
Obviously.
launched in 29 new countries. My God, Prime has proven yet again that we are here to stay, and we got some crazy things coming in 2025 for both hydration and energy that are gonna blow your minds. Anyways, I like my cheese drippy, bruh.
Do you like him moldy, bruh?
The greatest lunch experience of all time. No, the greatest experience of
Bro,
all time.
I'm sorry. More Pegasus. We signed up for some Mr. Beast stuff. Can we stop talking about the blonde man?
Who else is saying that's the greatest experience? Maybe if your
Nobody.
brain was eaten by a parasite, it might be the greatest experience.
And by the way, like, Lunchly is not the greatest experience. Lunchly is not even an experience because that shit is no longer being sold, no longer being manufactured. It's no longer a thing. People can no longer get it. You got canceled.
So he just goes on to brag about expanding, and it's always obviously
Amazing.
Right.
What we got?
Yep. Absolutely more, Mr. More Pegasus,
He
sir.
was moving on. I don't know what
Mr.
the hell
Beast.
that title thumbnail was. I got clickbaited. But yeah, I just
Correct.
had to talk about it. Even my friends were messaging me about it. You were in Logan Paul videos. Like, bro, he did not mention me. Anyways, moving on to Mr. Beast's new Amazon show.
This is what I clicked on this video for. And this is what you clicked on this video for. So let's watch what our Mushroom Man has to say about the Beast Man who games.
The reviews are in. Okay, here we have Beast Games reality competition. One season is out. 3.4
2 out of
Okay,
5, 2 out of 10, 5.6.
Beast Games reality
I thought people were vibing with it. Maybe they're just vibing with Squid Games 2.
competition. One
Which also
season
came
is
out.
out. 3.4 star ratings. It got a bunch of 5-star ratings, but a shit ton of 1-star as well, which is not the best sign. Here's the ratings: 5.6 out of 10 IMDb, 2 out of 10 IGN, which, you know, not many people take seriously, but still 20% Rotten Tomatoes.
But 78% people like it. Wait a minute. Because the Rotten Tomatoes thing, that is only a showing of the critics, right? Let's see what the viewers have to say. See, 68. Like, people who are watching like it. The critics give it a rotten much more, but the actual people are liking it. So the question is, if the people are liking it, why aren't the critics
Here's a description. 1,000 contestants compete in physical, mental, and social challenges for a chance to win $5 million cash prize. Contestants use their strength and wit to stay in the game with the hope of being the multi-million-dollar winner. Okay, so we're gonna go through all of these sites one by one, see what everyone's saying, and see like the audience reviews as well. Okay, here we are in IMDb. First review, 5 out of 10. Honestly, meh. With only
Fair.
2 episodes out now, the show seemingly sets the tone for the rest. Getting to the last 500 is primarily luck-based, preying on the uncertainties. Okay, so one gripe I have with these sort of game shows is I hate when anything is luck-based because, you know, when it's a massive sum of money, I feel like it should all be super skill-based, like luck should be minimized. I just feel like it waters down the intensity of shows like that, and especially when people have like a skill-based challenge first and then later get eliminated because of luck, it's just like, god damn, that just sucks.
I think it should be luck that sets up how much skill you need to proceed, right? But yeah, the whole jumping on the glass panels thing from the show, like that is meant to cull contestants. The point of that is that they want there to only be 1 or 2 left at the end. That's why they put that in. That's not good for an actual show unless like it's right at the start or right at the end, right? Without that, it's just bad.
The show even specifically zooms in on those who have lost due to simply being unlucky. The one skill-based game was difficult to follow with there being so many people, making the experience chaotic to say the least. Most annoying of all is the constant repetition of everything that the show is going to do, including, but not limited to, the biggest price in entertainment is free.
Yeah, it's because here's the thing. Everything Mr. Beast does is geared towards kids, right? That's his target audience. He wants little boys and little girls to watch his content because those are the ones who drive the most money from advertisement. And that's his target audience. So his target audience isn't people who are going to go, yes, we get it, you've said that 7 times. The target audience is people who are going to go for like minutes at a time because he keeps switching shots and screaming really loudly to get their attention and putting big, bright, colorful things on screen. You know, and so, yeah, I understand the criticism here. The criticism is basically he's now doing a show whose premise is only interesting to adults, except he's doing it in such a way that it will only be interesting to kids. So now the two don't mix. The two don't match. That's a problem.
Which I believe we heard about 8 times throughout the first episode. Another 500 times from Mr. Beast himself, of course. Okay, so There's a huge problem here. The show's quite interesting, but the challenges are just disappointing. The show's very entertaining and want more episodes out now, but there's way too much I will pay you to get out type of challenges. I hate those. Those are the worst, man. Those are absolute bottom tier ways to...
I will pay you to get out? No, don't... Ew, dude. What? No, dude. That's garbage. That is garbage and it's uninteresting. Like, you take all the potential of contestant and you reduce it to a 5-second clip. That's terrible.
narrow down the competition. Like, you watch for sort of challenges and interesting things, and just like paying people to leave is just the lamest shit ever. It's very boring and repetitive, shows clearly unfair with many of these stupid self-sacrifice type of challenges as you put a ton of faith in other people. To be honest, I'm okay with the self-sacrifice type. At least it adds like a little bit of drama and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. If it comes down to a self-sacrifice type of thing, I don't expect anybody to go, yes, I will sacrifice for everybody else. No, dude. The fuck? That's $5 million. Either I get it or nobody does. The fuck?
A dreadful version of the
I'm
superior
taking all of you
Korean
with
shows.
me.
If your thing is to get a constant headache from listening to childless screaming hosts, overly exaggerating every single event. Okay, so there's basically a Mr. Beast video on steroids, right?
Pretty
Do
much.
Americans not know how to speak at normal level?
They do, but this is geared towards children.
If you're easily amused, this is for you. Okay, we got a good review, 9 out of 10,
Oh.
but it's downvoted to hell. Really
So most
far and
people
above any
disagree.
game show I've seen. Allegations aside, the show's something special, okay? And then right below that 1 out of 10 with way more upvotes, the saddest, most dystopian entertainment on Prime. You cannot help to feel depressed, sad, and sorry for the people participating in the show being used as they are eliminated wholesale unfairly for the only sake of shock value and being discarded left and right, while they beg and cry as their dreams of financial independence and supporting their families goes away and their hopes dashed away.
I think this type of show would be far more satisfying to watch if you're gonna make it even if you're gonna make it luck based, make it so even if you lose, you get something, right? But then at the same time, that takes away from the entertainment of the audience, right? It's no longer satisfying for the person being a part of the show, but then again, it's not supposed to be. The person who is actually participating in the show is, like this comment says, you're being used. You are the entertainment. You are there to suffer. The last guy who gets all of the money, that person, they don't give a shit about you. They're probably gonna, and Mr. Beast has done this before. They're probably gonna do something to make sure that you keep none of that money, right? So yeah, no, don't expect any of these people to get a happy ending, including the guy who wins the 5 mil.
The show rewards lying, selfish people with worst impulses and with the least concern to others. Yeah, this is something I don't like. I get that it's part of the game and stuff like that, but I think in general you want to reward the selfless people because then you're just incentivized to be selfish all throughout. Now, a lot of people are pointing out the dystopia.
Yes, you want to incentivize the people who are going to be good to others so that then you incentivize kids to be good to others, right? Incentivize teamwork, incentivize that all of that stuff, and then at the very end, instead of the prize going to one person, have the prize go to 5, 10 people, right? And then say, you know how we said it was only 5 million? Turns out it's 5 million for each winner, and now all 10 people win. That'd be awesome, right? But no, instead of creating an amazing narrative with a team that succeeds against all of these other challenges and gets to the end, and they think that they have to pick somebody, ask them to pick, make them pick. Once they pick, that person steps forward and they say, hey guys, turns out we actually deceived you. There's not only 5 million, there's 50 million for each of you. Boom, amazing moment. Everybody's happy, massive clips. Everybody's super excited about season 2. And in season 2, you could say it's 5 million for each winner of the final team. And now people are going in with their friends and they're participating. And now you have this thing that everybody is excited about. Instead of having something that it's all about betrayal and it's all about just the worst impulses that we have, that nobody really wants to watch for very long.
The show's bringing nothing good to its viewers. Only meaningful message is if you have enough capital, you can do whatever. Money and fame will bring views regardless of the content. Whether you're Amazon or the rich guy with a wet dream to treat people with no consideration, replicate, rip off their shows, and claim as your own. Honestly, if you want mindless entertainment, it definitely is for you. But the fact that it's actually real and these are real people just desperate to make money just adds that cringe where it's just too hard to watch for me. Okay, here we have IGN's Beast Games review. Now, take it with a grain of salt. We all know IGN from their video game reviews, but let's see what they're saying. The Mr. Beast formula involves frying attention spans by throwing plenty of annoyingly loud yet empty escalations at the viewer.
It's a Mr. Beast video.
The same is true of the way Beast Games hits you over the head with refreshers about what's unfolding right in front of your eyes. Oh yeah, guys, do you know we have the biggest thing ever, the biggest prize pool, the most people, the biggest show, nobody's ever done this, oh my god, it's so awesome. Like, you don't have to say all of that. How about you show it through the show? You know, you don't have to constantly say, this is the best thing ever, this is the biggest.
Well, that's the thing. You gotta constantly advertise. Everything is an advertisement because that's how you get kids to watch it. That's how you get kids to keep watching it. That's how you fry the kids' attention span so they can't pay attention to anything else. So they're just like, oh. And that's all they want.
Biggest thing ever done. Like, calm down. And, you know, quick side note, I've been reading a bunch of books recently, and it is completely
Cap. Ain't no way he's lying. Ain't no way he reads. Ain't no way.
changed my perspective on social media as a whole. Like, reading a book is just so calm and so chill, right? And you're not constantly bombarded by 500 different things like a Mr. Beast video. So
Okay, but like, I don't suddenly get flashed with massive e-girl titties while reading a book. Checkmate, atheists.
I don't know, I'm just like so turned off from this type of stuff. It's a shallow series best suited to existing Mr. Beast fans. Yep, that's pretty much exactly how I would describe it. Reality show completeness or people looking for background noise while they scroll on their phones. Okay.
Honestly, a show with this much writing on it getting demolished like this by critics is kind of insane because it really does show that, yeah, Mr. Beast, for all of his wealth and power, he really has kind of completely missed the fact that it's not just about numbers, it's about quality as well. Because every single one of his videos is created with the intention of having the biggest number of viewers, right? And when that's all you're worried about, you just want people to keep watching. Just a second more, just one more second. Just keep watching another second. Just see what's going to happen next. And you're not worried about substance. Yes, you're going to get a lot of people watching, but those people aren't going to be satisfied. Those people at the end are going to go, why the fuck did I just watch that? I'm going to go leave a bad review. I'm going to go make sure that in the future, people who know me don't watch this. The people around them also don't watch this because they're going to talk to them, they're going to tell them about me, right? Every single person with a critical mind that watches this show is several viewers that you've lost, right? And the problem with that is that, sure, you're going to get big numbers right now. What about tomorrow? What happens then? What happens tomorrow when now you need to do it again, right? And that's why he's always escalating. Because Mr. Beast has to always escalate because that's how you get people to stay another day. And the problem with that is he has no personality. There's nothing. If Mr. Beast is faceless, you're looking at him right here on the screen, right? He's standing right here in my screen, and I'm looking at it, and I can see that it's a faceless mask that this guy is wearing. He could die tomorrow, and Mr. Beast would continue without him. He'd still be on all the thumbnails with the same exact dead-eyed smile, no emotion behind those eyes. He'd still be there in all of the thumbnails. And every single one of the videos would remain exactly the same with somebody else presenting them. Because at the end of the day, nobody really gives a shit about Jimmy. Nobody cares about him. People are watching the video to see what's going to happen next. And the second that stops, people stop caring. People just move on. Why? Because his viewers are people who don't actually care. It's kids. It's people who are so disconnected from him that they have no stake in the game. And the result of that is he has the biggest reality TV show ever made with the biggest prize pool, the most amount of contestants, the most challenges, the most challenging activities, whatever. And then the second it ends, nobody talks about it. Hell, nobody's talking about it now. The only time people talk about it is to say, wow, that was unimpressive, and move on. I guarantee none of the people who left those bad reviews kept watching, but they're probably still watching Squid Games.
Here we have a post on r/television, Beast Games review, one of the most undignified spectacles ever shown on TV. This is by The Guardian. If you like Mr.
Ouch.
Beast and enjoy the ostentatious displays of wealth he regularly wheels
Ostentatious.
out for his YouTube channel, then this will be catnip. Beast Games is basically YouTube on steroids. Oh my god, that's exactly.
Beast Games is Mr. Beast's YouTube on steroids. I feel like my YouTube channel is of a different quality. Some might say a higher quality.
What I said. On the other hand, if Mr. Beast is new to you, you might wonder why someone has made a TV show about a shouting, weaselly-looking man who seems grimly determined to rip off Squid Game. There's a cruel ruthlessness to Beast Games.
Jesus fucking Christ! You're talking about ruthlessness? Did you read that shit? Did you hear what just got read? Fuck!
Games is truly unpalatable. Overwhelmingly, the bulk of the challenges take the form of self-sacrifice, where groups of contestants are told that they can't progress to the next round unless one of them willingly gives up their shot at the prize and leaves the show. Okay, so
That is such bullshit. No. No. No, I'm not doing that.
Was saying self-sacrifice is okay, it adds drama and stuff, but I'm only saying that because I watch Lost and there's a lot of
Yeah, but like it's self-sacrifice is good when there's no other option, right? Look, imagine how much less interesting Squid Games would be if at the end of every challenge the guy walked up to the group, to the team that passed, pulled out a gun and said, "All right, one of you is gonna die. Pick." Now it's Saw. It's no longer Squid Games, right? And it's the same thing with Beast Games. It's not Saw because, people aren't dying, but it's Circle.
mystery and self-sacrifice in that, which I thought was really cool. But again, that is fiction, so
Yeah.
they're not giving up their chance to lose $5 million. So I take that back. I completely changed that. Maybe this is not cool because this is like people desperate to become rich and then they're giving up their chance for other people as well. While Mr. Beast laughs in the background, obviously. The ugliness of the challenge is overbearing. There's endless pleading and crying and full-blown adult tantrums.
Okay, look. Fuck you, whoever wrote this, right? Full-blown adult tantrum. $5 million. Shut up.
And all for a jackpot, they're statistically unlikely to win.
Yes, but if they leave, they go from statistically unlikely to not going to win, right?
And it's a classic situation that sort of bogs down your mind where, a lot of people buy lottery tickets hoping that they'll win. But then if you actually understand mathematics, you will literally never win. Like, your chances are so close to zero, you might as well just throw that money in the trash, right? Oh my god, this guy's savage. It exists solely to show us the worst of the human condition as obnoxiously as possible. Oh my lord, this guy.
It wasn't worth getting sued for. I didn't know that they had done this. I didn't know this had happened. I had heard some hubbub about like him getting sued for other reasons. I didn't know he was sued over the Beast Games.
That is not like Mr. Beast. Okay, so a lot of
Yeah.
you guys know I'm a TV show enthusiast. I'm on a mission. It is my dream to watch every single good TV show on the planet.
All the good ones, eh? Okay.
Just because that's who I am. I love freaking TV shows. And the
Base.
first place I go to see if a TV show is good is click audience reviews and read a bunch of the reviews, right? So let's check it out. Let's check out the 5-star reviews. Let's check out the 1-star reviews. Here's the first review, 5 stars. I love the Beast Games because what they're doing has never been done before. The whole team deserves a standing ovation. I work in media production. It's inspiring. Okay, anything about the show? I really appreciate that Cullen and Samir made the behind the scenes. Mr. Beast can silence the haters once and for all. What? Can you describe the show? I'm trying to see if I want to watch it, bro. It's exactly as expected to be, but has not disappointed yet. Fun, intense, random, exciting. Okay. Honestly, regarding the negative reviews, look at what 99%. It's usually, oh my god, it's so horrible what they put the contestants through. Even though
That's not true. Every single negative review we've seen so far has been people talking about the actual way that the show presents itself and how it presents its challenges. It's not, oh my god, this is horrible what they do to the contestants. No, that's not it. It's about the quality of the show. So this is just untrue.
every single one
This guy's just like gargling nuts.
of them signed up to this, knowing it would be a long shot at winning. Fact is, it's a well-produced game show. Well, I don't really care about
Being well produced doesn't mean shit, dude. Like almost every single AAA game is well produced, and it's still garbage.
good production. I just want real good entertainment, mystery, drama, exciting shit. Here we got a 1-star review. Beast Games presents a disturbingly exploitative spectacle that highlights the worst aspects of contemporary society's obsession with wealth, shows sadistic premise, revolves around contestants competing for large sums of money, both undignified and dehumanizing. Sharply reflects the shallow, materialistic values that dominate modern culture. Individuals are reduced to mere pawns in a game driven by financial gain. Yeah, I keep forgetting
I do think it's funny that like all these people are competing for $5 million, and meanwhile Mr. Beast is making way more than that from the show.
this is not fiction. This is not a he claims it's all real, right? So I don't know. Then it's a bit hard to watch, isn't it? This is like real people. But then this is what a lot of other game shows are as well, but I find them questionable too.
Because see, here's the thing: other game shows take a much more personal aspect. They make you care about the contestant, whereas this one just turns them all into just meat for the cannons. That's all it is. It's just meat. All of these contestants, every single one of them, I guarantee that no matter how many people have watched the show, nobody can name every single one. Not a single person can name every single contestant here. You can't. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. They're going way too fast, and so it's impossible for you to give a shit. There's a reason why in Squid Games they wore the numbers on their chest so that you could care about number 1, 2, 3, whatever. And not to mention, there wasn't that many. How many contestants were in Squid Games? How many contestants in Squid Game? See? How many contestants are in Beast Games? See? It's twice as much.
Too, especially if there was like that Japanese game shows
What the fuck?
of how they like just torture that one guy.
Oh,
These
yeah,
games
no,
is a
that's-
troubling reflection of our generation's moral decay and brain rot. Okay, that I can agree. That I can definitely agree. Driven by an insatiable desire for monetary success. That would describe Mr.
I think that is very much just the problem with American feudal capitalism. If you have enough capital, you essentially own a section of reality, a section of the enterprise, a section of the world. And then you can bring people in and do whatever the hell you want with them. Mr. Beast could probably get away with murder if he wanted to. We're lucky he still hasn't figured out how.
Beast. Relentless pursuit of shock value and profit at the expense of human respect is deeply troubling. One looking at the overall reviews may be confused why they're so skewed. How can a show simultaneously be flooded with overwhelming negative and positive reviews? I would assume it's Mr. Beast fans and Mr. Beast haters. The answer, I think, lies in the viewers' ability to numb their sense of empathy for their fellow man in pace of placating their
I'll be honest, we saw 2 positive reviews, and I'm pretty sure both of them were either bots or sycophants. Like, one was a bot for sure, the other was a sycophant.
inner hamster brain with action sequences and flashing lights. That is actually geniusly described. So basically a bunch of kids love it because it's entertaining, and a bunch of adults will love it because they shut off the empathy portion of their brain. Which I will admit, if you watch the show as entertainment, you could possibly derive entertainment from it if you just shut
Wow,
off
they
the
lost
fact that
50 people right then
basically
and
just
there.
people
Yeah.
desperate for money trying to make it big, and then you have this rich guy just making them dance to his tune, essentially. If I told you I'd written a book about a mentally 15 rich man who put desperate people through hell for a teeny tiny chance of earning money, you'd call me crazy.
Well, here's the thing. He's not mentally 15. We know from the way people talk about him off camera and during the production of these episodes that, yeah, he's not mentally 15. He knows what he's doing.
Also, maybe ripping off Squid Games, what the show certainly does, but here we are.
But, okay, so it seems as though Mr. Pegasus here is just reading comments, and I think that at this point, we really do get the picture. Anybody with, a 16-year-old's perception of reality, anybody who has the ability to just look at the world around them and understand that other human beings are, in fact, also human beings, is going to dislike the show. And that's pretty much all there is to say about it. This video by Mr. Pegasus, it could have been a bit better. I feel like it could have been quite a bit better, simply because he could have actually talked about some of the drama instead of just reading the reviews. And I'm not surprised that adults don't like the show, and I'm not surprised that there's a whole heap of sycophants and bots who are giving the show raving reviews. I'm surprised that critics didn't like the show, because I would expect them to actually be very positive about it. But with all that being said, I think we'll see a lot more of this situation as it develops. I think by the time that the show ends, we will see at least one crash out by Mr. Beast if the public reception remains as it is. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch that. I think I'll make sure to react to it when it occurs. As much as I really don't like seeing Mr. Beast talk. I don't know, man. I feel like I have like a sixth sense, right? Because I'll see a YouTuber, I'll go, I don't like this person, and I just move on. Like, that's it. It's nothing deeper than that. It's just, no, I don't like this person. I move on, and then a few months or sometimes years later, they get revealed to be this massive piece of shit. Every single time. I didn't like H3H3 during the beginning of YouTube. I just didn't like his vibe. Guess what? I didn't like who else? Who else? Who else? The Game Grumps. I didn't like Super Vibe with them. Guess what? I didn't like who else did I not like? I didn't like a whole bunch of people, and every single one of them has been revealed to just like they either diddle kids or they just complete pieces of shit or they just scam people. It's like a sixth sense that I have. I just look at somebody and I don't vibe with them and I turn around and I go in a different direction and then sometime later they fucking explode. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. A little disappointed in Mr. Pegasus. He's usually better than this. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. And cheers.